Okay, folks, welcome to Market Wrap for the 5th. Let's begin with the US dollar. The dollar, which had a rough week last week after being higher on the week, and it did close up on the week, but well off the highs. We had an inside day today, no new high, no new low. We closed down, but well off the lows of the day. Now, election day is tomorrow. And I don't want to get political here, so please don't take it that way. What's good for the US dollar? A Democratic win or a Republican win? It is a Republican win. Why? Is it because they're so much better on spending? No. They're just not as bad as the Democrats in terms of what they want to spend on. So I would expect if the Democrats take the House of Representatives, I would expect a weaker US dollar short term. Longer term, there's been so much damage done to this balance sheet of this country by both parties for decades that they all have ownership of it. And there is going to be a day of reckoning. And I think that the Trump administration has the US dollar set in their sights. They know it has to decline relative to the euro. So I am not bullish on the US dollar. Longer term. Short term, if the Republicans hold the House, we may see a rally. The VIX. The S&P 500 closed up today. The VIX closed up as well. Unusual, yes. We did manage to recapture support, but we closed off the highs of the day. This is a consolidation right now. We just watch, appreciate the fact that we have a bit of a convergence of price action between the S&P 500 and the VIX. Nothing's actionable right now. Nothing. All we want to do is watch and see how everything plays out. After the election, the 10-year yield, weekly chart, we opened up down. All we care about with this chart is this. Do we break out above this upper band of resistance? If the answer is yes, stocks will fall. Unless, of course, we have the most spectacular economic data that we have ever seen in our lives. And I doubt that's going to happen. If we stay in this range, we may be able to put together a rally in stocks. The Dow Transports. They're holding their support level. They have been down the past 2 trading days. So I wouldn't short them, but I wouldn't buy them either. I don't think there's a trade here to be had. Let's not spend much time and move on. The S&P 500 daily chart. We have RSI, higher lows, and putting in higher highs. Good stuff. The rate of descent of the 50-period moving average has declined dramatically. We're actually beginning to flatten out here. That's bullish. Volume today was light, which is not bullish. Stokes rising and above 50, bullish. Would I buy? No, not right now. I'd like to get a pullback and a higher low or a retest of recent lows. Then I would look to buy. The Russell 2000 daily chart. Same deal here, right? We need a pullback. We need a higher low. The closer we get to this prior low here, the better we are off, because if we buy the IWM or whatever issue we're deciding to buy that's been sold off and is bouncing back now, the closer we get to recent lows, the better, because that's where we're going to put our stop loss, right below this recent low. So let the other guy who's being influenced and not informed by the financial news media buy this rally. It ain't going to be me. The banks, daily chart. All right, so they closed up today, a good day. The problem is this, is that while I still think we can move higher, probably up to this resistance level here at 27.25, we're beginning to see sellers move in. Yet we continue to press higher. How do I know there are sellers? Simple. Wicks, shadows, topping tails, whatever you want to call them. They're selling strength. They're taking advantage of liquidity. And can we move higher? Yes. But we need a pullback on the banks before we could get long of them. We want to see higher lows and then higher highs. 2 positions, Nugget. This is a weekly chart, and this is really what I'm watching here. Weekly chart, I want to make sure we do not close down below this support level here, which we tapped today. The low of the day was 14.14. Put that on your trading platform as an alert, and you might as well play that number if you can. 14.14 is the number. We do not want to see a close below that support level. On a daily basis, I am not loving the price action. We opened up strong on the day. We gave it all up and then some. We did rally back, but frankly, I'm just not impressed. So we sit, we watch, we wait. USLV, a rough day, closing down by a little over 2%. This is a failed breakout. Let's update this chart. So here's our breakout last Friday. We attempted a breakout, but it failed. Today we pulled back. Doji formation, almost a doji formation, just shy of one. Close enough, though. A sign of indecision. Volume was light, which is good. So we'll hold on here. We're just not ready to buy. One good thing, though, is that we have both lines on Stokes back above the 50 level. That's good stuff. To watch stocks, Cal-Maine Foods. And William, if you're out there, I have your stock chart request. I'm going to be going over. It'll be the last chart. Cal-Maine Foods, bullish reversal day. We're hitting resistance here, but this is very close to a buy signal. RSI is rising. Volume a bit light, but it rose over Fridays. So this is a watch stock. This one has treated us well in the past. So we'll be looking to buy Cal-Maine Foods back. This is a very, very volatile stock, folks. So please stay small. No market orders. Please. It's very thinly traded. All right. Golar LNG. All right. We opened up a position today on Golar. This is a weekly chart. We broke out last week. This week, a continuation move higher. And what really influenced me to buy the shares was the price action of natural gas today. And I went over it over the weekend, and it just gapped up higher today. We couldn't chase it, but it closed up. This is the UGAZ. It closed up over 24% on the day. So that hurts. But we have a derivative play on natural gas. So we have a breakout on a daily basis on Golar. That gives us exposure to nat gas. So I'm feeling good about the trade. Now, going back to a daily chart of Golar, on an intraday basis, if we make a new daily low, I would stop out. On a closing basis, if we close down below 28.50 per share, I would stop out. That would be a failed breakout. Now, volume today was outstanding. It has been good. So I'm liking the setup here. And we will be looking to add more, especially if we get a pullback and a retest of the support level and it holds. That would be a buy signal for me. So I want to buy more. I was kind of cautious today with the price action. But given the price action on natural gas and the breakout on a weekly basis last week and the continuation breakout this week, how to buy it. All right, MDRX, weekly chart. We spoke about MDRX over the weekend. Extreme oversold stock. It closed up today, but it closed off the highs of the day. $10 per share at current is acting as resistance. Now, we did close above prior support at $9.80, which is good stuff. Daily chart. All right, so daily basis, we have higher lows on Stokes, and they're hooking up. That's good stuff. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we have $10 per share, which is acting as resistance. If we see another day of us holding support here and consolidating, we'll look to open up a position with a stop loss only a couple of dimes down below the lows of the week. We'll give it a little bit of room, but not much. Volume today was good. I still think that we could see a bit more selling pressure here. So no reason to go rushing in quite yet. I like the setup. I'm just not loving it. More to come. Now, when we're trading the extreme oversold stocks, please do not go trading the morning rally in these names. Because Carriage Services, CSV, we discussed it over the weekend, it jacked up this morning, and then sellers moved in, and they took it down. Yes, it closed up on the day, but a lot of people got suckered in here, and I think we're going lower because these Stokes are rolling over. I mentioned it over the weekend. And our edge is now gone, meaning we were at extreme oversold levels with RSI below 20. That's done. We're back above 20. We move to the sidelines. We'll still watch it, but I won't buy this stock until we go lower. Weekly chart. I think we need to at least retest support. And that's down at 1457, which has happened to be the low of the month so far. Another reason why you don't want to go chasing the rally in the morning, rail. It was extreme oversold over the weekend. It remains extreme oversold. This stock has no historical support below. So you have traders out there guessing as to where the bottom may be. We don't want to do that. The markets are going to tell us where the bottom is. How do we know that? All we're going to do is take a look at our 4-hour chart. And our 4-hour chart should send us a signal that it's time to buy. Now, we did get that signal here, a signal, but it wasn't a confirmation signal. This was what it would have looked like earlier today. Had you been tracking it and using your crayon to identify where we have support. So we flashed a bullish reversal bar. Then we broke out. But if you bought the breakout and you didn't wait to see whether or not we would close above this upper band of resistance, you got sucker punched. Because what this was a rally and then a reversal. Sellers took advantage of liquidity and they sold strength. This is commonplace. Had we closed above the support level, I would be singing a different tune right now. But as it turns out, we broke down below this reversal bar, this bullish key reversal, and it appears as though we're going lower. So one candlestick does not a chart pattern make. Please, let's allow for a breakout, and let's make certain that we close above resistance before we go putting on a trade. All right, Advanced Auto Parts, consolidating nicely. We're looking for a breakout here. I'm tempted to buy it. Honestly, I would love to. The problem here is that we're so close to resistance, so close to the breakout point. Now, I may nibble tomorrow morning just to scratch the edge. And then I will buy more if and when we get a closing breakout above resistance. Why am I being a bit aggressive here? It's because I can't resist the Stokes. I can't resist the RSI. They're breaking out, higher lows, higher highs, all good stuff. That's what you want to see. So the probability of a breakout here is very, very good. Volume, outstanding. So I want to get me some AAP. Let's leave off with Will's request for BLT. Will, I'm not sure whether or not this is the actual symbol that you wanted. I double-checked. It is the symbol that was entered, but this is BHP Billiton London base. Perhaps you want that, and that's fine. I'll go over the chart nonetheless. So a big move higher today, up over a percentage point. I'm looking at the point gain, but really it's not that big on a percentage basis. So we broke out. Last week, I think we really nudged out of this consolidation, this wedge formation, and now we're pressing higher. We don't have a new weekly high yet. I like the setup here, but I think we're going to get a pullback and a retest of the breakout point. So if you need to scratch the itch, you want to scratch the itch, I'd be okay with it, but I would wait because I bet you we're going to get a pullback and a retest of the support level. I would be a lot more aggressive if we close above 1709. That would appear to be a new all-time high. Actually, 1714 was. This is a beautiful chart. Beautiful. Let's bring up BHP North America. Similar, but not as nice as the London shares. We're right on the edge of a breakout here on the London Exchange. Really good. Nice chart. Daily chart. All right, so on a daily basis, we're hitting a little bit of resistance here at $49 per share. We're probably going to get a pullback, Will. And it's on that pullback where you'd want to look to open up a position. And that pullback would be a good thing because what it is a pullback to probably retest the breakout point. I think that if you get a pullback and a filling of this gap, which opened up on Friday, or actually Thursday, I think that would be a good entry point, assuming that we hold and we close back above the 200-period moving average. So I would buy the pullback here. I think we're going a lot higher on these shares, looking really, really good. The daily chart's very noisy, very messy stuff, but you can't argue with the quarterly chart. It's really looking strong. I think that within the next couple of months, we'll be breaking out to new all-time highs. And that is it for this evening, folks. Everybody have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Be well.